All right, I think we are live. I had some trouble getting this all together this morning, so that just throws a whole nice thing in here. But anyway, hello everybody. Welcome to the Mama's Meet and Greet. Today, really what I'm going to be sharing with you is everything that I have been thinking about, praying about for years. I really wanted to create a space for moms to come and have community, and I just have so many wonderful women here that I wanted to be able to share that with. And so finding and figuring out something to do for everybody was not easy. So, anyway, before I get into all the details, I want to give everybody a few minutes to get on. I can see some people are still probably trying to get on. My notes are over here. So, if I keep looking over this way, that's why, because my camera's over here. But anyway, so I want to share with you guys before I even get into the details, like I said, while people are still getting on, kind of how this whole idea came to be. And so basically, about, I'd say like a month and a half ago, my husband and I were watching church, and I had just written down, God is calling me to speak. And I just felt like it was so obvious. Like whatever the message was saying, it felt obvious. And so the Lord kind of just kept pressing that on me. And then one day I had been taking a walk with my daughter, and I was just craving mom friends. Like I was craving women who just got what I was going through, who were either in a similar season, same season, and who were just there to like talk and be able to give each other advice. And so I came home and I sat with my husband and I said, I just want to have a play date where me and the other mama are just watching our kiddos and we're praying. And I said, it's so hard with the way our world is today and just all of that. It's so frustrating. And so I said to him, I wish that I could just have a space for moms to come and be able to communicate with one another, to encourage one another, to help each other through these really tough years. And I feel like this is where a lot of women struggle with the relationship with the Lord, because there's just so much going on. There's not enough time for us. And so I just kept saying to him, I just want friends. I want mom friends. So anyhow, I end up middle of the night thinking that, oh my gosh, I have 6,000 women in the Bless Our Littles family. And they email me. We talk all the time. If you are one of the people that we talk all the time, like you are such a blessing. You are truly like helping me to become a better mom. But I wanted to be able to connect you all, because I had seen like this woman, she was so much like this one, and they would just get along so well. And I wanted to be able to just connect them. And so one day I decided, well, I'm just going to send out an email and see if any other moms are interested. And to my surprise, there were tons and tons and tons of you who just were like, yes, like I need community. I need friends. I just need honestly some biblical advice on motherhood. Like I just need some encouragement. Like it was just so cool to see like how many people were feeling the same way I did. And I really felt less alone. And so from there, the Blessed Mamas Workshop was born. And so basically, this whole little idea all came from one thing that God told me, which is you need to speak. And I want you to know that I do not feel comfortable. You can probably tell, like, by the way I'm sitting. I'm just not comfortable. This is so out of my comfort zone. I'm truly, like, nervous because I've done, like, a few things on camera. I've done some YouTube videos, that kind of thing. But I've never, like, spoke for the Lord on this kind of a level. And I find myself being like, God, I'm not the one. You've got this wrong. My relationship with you isn't perfect. And I struggle to spend time with you. And I'm really not the one to be a model. But that's all the people he called in the Bible. They weren't perfect. They were actually in really the depths of despair, a lot of them. And most of them weren't really equipped for the job at all. And those are the people that he called. And so I keep being reminded that even though I totally feel out of my comfort zone and like this is something that I'm not comfortable with, that he is calling me to it. So before I get going, I just want to encourage you, if you are here live, go ahead. You can comment in the comment box, get to know the other mamas who are here. And if you're watching a little later, go ahead and introduce yourself in the comments below. I would love to get to know you more. And I am on here a bunch. So I like to really connect and communicate with you. That is like my whole heart behind Bless Our Littles. That's really what started this. So anyway, if you are new here, and even if you're not new here, just go ahead and introduce yourself. All right, let me get my notes up. So, because I will ramble. You guys know that about me. I love to ramble. Okay, so the Blessed Mamas Workshop. I came up with a little tagline where moms gather for biblical advice on motherhood. And I want to just start out by saying that I do not know it all. I am not a mom of 2 or 3 kiddos. I have not been through every stage, but I truly believe that the Lord has called me to really study his word and break that down in a way that's easy for moms to digest. I can't tell you how many moms I hear in my emails saying to me, like, Lex, like, I love the Lord and I used to have such a great relationship with him. And now I'm struggling as a mom. Like I'm struggling to even spend 5 minutes with him. I can't even remember to like pray with him in the morning. And I want you to know that I am there. And so this whole entire thought of having this monthly workshop is to give us a moment to like take a step back, take a breather and be like, okay, Lord, I'm here and I'm going to try. He just wants us to show up and he just wants us to try. And so I hope that this free monthly workshop will encourage you not only just to get connected with other moms, because I think that's a huge part of growing and learning, having that accountability, right? But I think the other huge part is just coming to this place of wanting to better your relationship with him. And he sees that and knows that. And hopefully this will encourage you down the road throughout the week to continue studying his word and really having a better relationship with him. Because my belief is that when we are not right with the Lord, when our relationship is off with him, at least this is how it is in my life, and I assume it's like this with everybody's life, it's hard. We are not a good parent. We are not a good friend. We are not a good wife. We are not a good daughter. And so I want to change that. And I want you to leave with this feeling of excitement and ready to really spend time with him and better yourself. So that's what this whole thing is about. My intention for the Blessed Mamas Workshop is to encourage you to strengthen your faith and to be the mom that God is calling you to be. If you've been around my blog for a little bit, you know that my heart is to make this messy season a little bit easier and to help you become the mom that God has called you to be. And I feel like that right there, that in itself, if that is all we focus on and all we do in our life, we're doing what he's calling us. The motherhood, I truly believe, is just the biggest calling that he will lay on our lives. So my hope is that you will leave each month feeling inspired in your faith, confident as your role as a mama, and excited about your faith, which is hard. I know that's hard. I know myself. Like I will get to a point where I'm really struggling. Maybe I haven't spent time with the Lord in like a week. And I'm like, well, what's another day? Well, what's another day? And I really want you to feel like I can change this right now. I can make a difference. I can stop, in this rut that I'm in. So who is the Blessed Mamas Workshop for? So the Blessed Mamas Workshop is for any mama. This could be a mama in waiting. Maybe you're pregnant, you're a new mom, you have a couple older kiddos. This is for everybody. I truly believe that we all have something to teach each other, and we can all gain something from somebody who is in a season that maybe is even behind us. And so I want to talk to my moms who are trying to get pregnant. This season was really tough for me. I didn't nearly have as long of a trying to conceive process as some mamas do, but it was 7 months long and it was still really, really hard. And so I know that during that time, I really struggled with wanting to be a mom so bad that I idolized it. And so I wanted to just speak to you that if this is you, I think that this space is amazing. It's a great space to really start honing in on who you are. So when you do become a mom, you're really confident in that, and you haven't maybe like some of us who haven't done the work yet, we are struggling a little bit in our faith. So hopefully you'll have a really good foundation. I think that's important. But I want you to know that if motherhood triggers you, if it is something that is going to cause you to really idolize it and want it even more, and it causes you to kind of look away from God, then right now is probably not the time for you. So I just need to put that out there because I have so many moms who are in waiting, and I totally understand how hard this is. And I want this to be a space where you feel comfortable and safe. All right, let me look at my notes. Okay, so next I want to talk about some possible topics that we will talk about. So each month we will cover topics like mom guilt, trusting the Lord, how to be an intentional parent, praying for our kiddos, like all of these things. And I don't want to just focus on very biblical topics, because I think we all need some practical advice as well. And so I want to share things like how to be a more intentional mom. But each week, I want to be able to kind of dig deep in that, which I'll touch on later. So October's topic is going to be how to quiet worry in motherhood. And I actually did a vote. If you voted, thank you so much for helping me to kind of hone in and decide what to do. But I feel like the Lord really has just been like laying things in front of me and saying, here's what you need to do. And this was one of those things. I have really struggled with worry and anxiety. I have several blog posts on my blog right now if you need something, a resource to kind of look at. But this is something I've really, really, really struggled with. And when I saw the votes go up for this, I'm like, no. I don't want to talk about worry. I don't want to talk about anxiety, Lord. And he's like, Alexis, you need to. This is what these people need. And I think that in this day and age, everything that's going on in our world, I think worry is something that's even worse than it was. So I don't know everything about worry. Obviously, I'm not a licensed professional, but from a biblical perspective, I have completely changed the way I see worry. I'm definitely in a space right now where I feel really healthy with worry. And so I'm excited to share the years and years of study and work that I've done on this. So that will be October's topic. So next, I want to share what we are going to cover. So basically, each monthly workshop will just be a brief overview of just these big topics. And like I said, for October, we'll be talking about how to quiet that worry in motherhood. And I think that this just goes for like any stage. Like I know when my daughter was first born, I'm like, I'm never going to worry as much as I do right now when she's sleeping in her crib next to me. And I'm afraid she's going to, die from SIDS. Oh my gosh, now as a toddler, I'm so afraid that she's going to, choke on something. When she gets a little older, I'm not going to worry. And I don't think that is true. I think that we're just always going to worry. That's just part of who we are as moms. But anyway, this whole monthly workshop is going to just be a brief overview of really what it means to be a mom biblically and really applying this to our lives. So where will it be? It'll be here on YouTube on the 28th of every month. Now, I chose the 28th because myself, I can't remember like the last Thursday or Friday of every month. So it'll just be the 28th, whatever day that falls on. There'll always be a replay, which I will send in my email list. So if you're not a part of my email list and you're finding this video, welcome. Make sure you head over to my website and get on the waiting list. Actually, I think I'll put a link below here. But anyway, if you are on there, you will get the email about 15 minutes before reminding you that I'm going live. If you're subscribed here on YouTube, you'll also get it there. All right, let me look at my notes. Like I said, I need to stay on track here. Okay. All right, so it'll be about 30 minutes long-ish. I like to talk, so it could be a little bit longer. And then I'm going to conclude with a Q&A. This Q&A is a time where you can ask things about either the topic that we're talking about directly. An example for October, we're going to be talking about how to really quiet that worry. And so maybe you have some questions about that. I'm more than welcome to answer them right then. But if you have other questions just about other mom things, or you just want to say, hey, this is an awesome time to do that as well. My hope is, though, that during these live workshops, you will be able to interact here on the chat on YouTube with other moms, get to know them, get to know what season they're in. And I feel like we'll be able to create like some really good relationships and just help us to feel less alone. I think for me, a lot of what I deal with and struggle with goes away when I hear from somebody else, like, this has happened to me before, or, oh, that's totally normal. You're going to worry about that. No big deal. And so that's really my hope here. It's just that you guys can start to feel less alone and more like normal, I guess. So that's what I really wanted. All right. And the last thing, I just wanted to remind you that if you cannot watch it live, you will get the replay. That'll be totally good. So after realizing I want to do this free monthly workshop every single month where I'm sharing biblical advice with everybody, and then I'm like, what y'all are needing is so much more than I can do. And so my husband and I had this deep conversation of what am I going to do? Because I see such a need here for moms to connect, for moms to have community, to be able to have resources to grow in their faith and their relationship with God. And when I started writing it all out, I'm like, that's a full-time job. Like, there's no way I can do this. So we talked about it, and I decided to come up with a membership subscription. This will be every single month, something that we will get to dig deeper. So I'm going to explain what this is. But before I even explain it, I just want you to know I've been struggling with charging for this because I want this whole entire thing to be free. So that way every single mom has access to it. But I needed to make a choice, and I needed to choose between going and getting a job and doing this, pouring into women. And so I've been really praying about it. And I feel like the Lord is just saying, like, trust me. And this will be good. I will use this for good. And so I believe that if this is his calling for me, if he is saying, this membership is what I want, then it's going to go well. And if it is not what he wants, no one will sign up. So anyway, all right. So the membership is called the Blessed Mamas Memberships. This is going to be a private community of mamas. And before I get into this, my hope for this group is just that it's a safe space for moms. I want you to know that. It's a tight-knit group of women who love and want to encourage each other. That's the huge pull here for me. I want to create that community. And so if you decide that this membership is for you, this will absolutely be a space that you can feel comfortable in and that you will grow, that you will see real change. And if you're not ready for that, then the membership may not be for you. But this right here it's going to be amazing. I'm so excited because this is an opportunity for me to actually get to meet you guys face to face. So let me tell you what this includes. So this monthly membership includes a private Facebook group where you get to chat with everybody who is members. It's going to have a weekly study, which is only going to be about 10 to 15 minutes long. I was going to say 5 to 10, but probably more like 10 to 15 minutes long. And in this study, I'm going to give you my notes. So it's not going to be paragraphs. Like, you're not going to have to read paragraph after paragraph after paragraph. It's more going to be just look at my notes. Here are my thoughts. Here are some Bible verses, and we're going to read like a passage of scripture that week and really deep dive into that. So this whole thing is supposed to be for busy mamas who don't have a lot of time. So I want you to know that up front. Don't think this is a huge commitment. All right. The next thing you're going to get are journal prompts. This is going to help you to really dig deep and dive into these topics. So in the topic of how to quiet your anxiety as a mom, we're going to talk about, let me scroll up to my notes. The week 1, we're going to talk about the mindset shift, this shift in my mind that I had that changed everything. Week 2 is going to be what you cannot control. We're going to talk about all the things that you cannot control and what to do with them. The week 3 is going to be the do's and don'ts of worry. And I'm going to kind of just give you some tips on that. But keep in mind, each week we're going to be going through a biblical passage that goes with each of these topics. And then week 4, we will talk about how to pray about worry as a mom. So you've got all these things that we're going to chat about. You're going to get, like I said, scripture. And I want you to know that I do not take scripture out of context, or I don't try to. I usually read like an entire chapter, and then I might take a verse out because I want to get the full context. I'm just noticing my lighting is terrible, so sorry about that. Okay, anyway, so these journal prompts are going to be at the end of each week, and they're going to help you really start to think, how can I change? How can I be a better mom? And this is really where you're going to see yourself start to think differently and look in a different lens. It's going to make you want to be a better mom because you're starting to analyze and understand maybe why you're doing things a certain way or how to do things better. And the next thing is, I think this thing that was most asked for and requested is an accountability small group or partner. So you are going to get the choice. You're going to get a small survey once you sign up for the membership, and you're going to get an accountability small group or partner, your choice. You can write down which you'd rather have. The small groups would be, I would say, like 3 to 4 people, maybe 3 to 5, just kind of depending on how many we have sign up. And then the partners is, I will pair you with somebody who I believe is like in a similar season to help you go through this. My hope is that these small groups and partners will encourage you to be a better mom and keep you accountable, because that's my struggle, is like, I want to sit with the Lord and I want to read my Bible, but I don't want to take a lot of time. So that's why I gave you a weekly study to do. 2, I don't always do it because I don't have anybody sitting there telling me like, oh, I did it this week, and then I feel like I should be doing it. So my whole hope for this was just that it would help to keep you accountable. And on top of that, you guys can get close. I loved small groups when I was working with a church, and I just loved being with these people, getting to really know them and them getting to know me, because they knew how to encourage me. The more they got to know me, the more they could help me. So anyway, there will be small groups. These are going to be tight-knit groups of women who just love and encourage each other. Last but not least, the thing you will get is a live mom date. So this is actually, I feel like, more for me, but we are going to sign up on Zoom, and sign up. That was weird. I don't know why I said that. We're going to get together on Zoom and really just be face-to-face with each other, get to talk and chat and just get to know each other better and have conversations about what we're studying. So this will be about halfway through the month, and we will get to, I guess, like, talk about not only what we're studying. So yes, I mentioned that, but also talk about stories, talk about real things that are going on, and be able to get advice from a wider group of mamas who maybe have gone through the exact same thing you're going through or something very similar. It's an opportunity to get away from the kiddos and just kind of enjoy some mom talk and some mom time. Yes, we're talking about our kiddos, but we're also talking about how to be a better mom and how to be a better parent. Okay, the lighting's just going away. It's dark here. Anyway. All right. So that is everything that is included. I want you to know that for today and tomorrow only, I am doing an early bird special. So I am doing the first 2 months free. So that is October and November if you sign up for the monthly membership. And so if you want to take a look at that, I have all the information laid out much nicer than how I said it on here. But the link is down below. You'll see early bird special, and you can go there and click that. This early bird special is only, like I said, going to be for these 2 days. After this point, it's going to be $10 a month. And I feel like I said earlier, I really struggled with charging for this. But I feel like it was important to charge because it was either this or I had to go get a job, one or the other. For a little side note, for any of you who don't know, my husband got out of the military about 3 months ago. And so we are learning how to make all of this work. Okay, I feel like maybe if I turn this way, no, maybe if I open this, you guys will laugh. Nope, that's not how that opens. I'm at my mother-in-law's, so I don't know how anything works here. Okay, here we go. You guys are probably like, stop mess. Anyway, so if you want to get in, you can only get into the membership these 2 days, which is today and tomorrow. But if you want to get in, you're not sure, you want to attend the monthly workshop, which will be on the 28th, that's completely free. You can do that. And then I will open the membership again for the 28th, 29th, and 30th. So those are 3 days you can get in but it will not be 2 months free. You will have to pay the $10 a month. So that is that. I want you to know, let me look at my notes real quick, that everything that I am studying, that I will give you, this is so dark. Let me see if I can move forward. My husband's going to laugh. He's going to look back at this when he's editing and be like, oh my gosh, I can't believe that happened. Okay. So I want you to know everything comes from the Bible. I study in great details. Like one of the gifts God has given me is just to love to study and get to know his word more. And this first month, especially, I've studied years and years and years of worry and anxiety. So this will be super helpful. I want you to know that every single Bible verse I give you, I encourage you to go read on your own and let the Lord speak to you through it. Don't just take my word for it. Another question I got asked about this monthly workshop, is it for a specific denomination? And no, it is not. This is for any woman who has kiddos and loves the Lord and believes that Jesus died on the cross for our sins. That is it. If you are a person that is confrontational about your faith, this group is not for you. I'm just going to be pretty blunt about it. I believe that as women, we are here to love and encourage each other. And with that, we can make real changes. And if we are going to be confrontational, if we're going to try to push our beliefs on somebody, we are not helping someone grow. And I don't feel like that's a true follower of Christ. So just know that if that is you, if you are very confrontational, you have a really strong belief about your faith, and you want everybody to believe in your denomination, this is probably not for you. Let's see. Where am I? Okay. So I also want you to know that in the private Facebook group, you will be able to talk and chat within, this is in the membership, but you'll be able to chat with really all moms who are in all stages. And I think this is really cool because you can kind of look ahead if you are, a little bit further back and say, oh, wow, these are the things that are going to happen for me, and here are some tips about it. And so you can kind of look forward to the future. Not that we can really do that, but kind of prepare yourself. And so I think that this is going to be probably the coolest part of this whole thing, is just having this group of women who are at all different stages of Christianity. So anyway, that is it. That is going to wrap up today's video. I am so excited for this early bird special. If you are interested, seriously, just sign up for the 2 months. You can cancel at any time. I do not care. I'm sorry again about the lighting. I feel bad. A lot of you have been on here for a while. All right. Is there any questions? I have some people on. If they have questions, let's see. A bunch of people are saying hello. So good to see everybody. So anyway, let me know if you guys have any questions. I don't see any questions in the comment box right now, but if you do have a question, you can always email me. That's no problem at all. So anyway, alrighty guys, I will talk to you later, and I will see you on the 28th.